Happy Halloween, you beautiful people. I'm Kenzie, I'm your host and your artist, and welcome to Halloween week with Procreate, and today we are going to be drawing Ghostface from Scream. Let's jump to it. Now, the character Ghostface, as most of you probably know, is from the movie Scream. Or the 4,000 movie Screams. Or the 4,000 movies of Scream. Either works. This is a whole series dedicated to a character with a total of 7 different movies. These included the years of 1996, 1997, 2000, 2011, 2022, 2023, and I guess one that's supposed to be released in 2026, but I never heard about it, so congratulations to me, because I just found out a new Scream's coming out in 2 years. However, I'm only going to be going over the first 2 movies in this episode. We're not going to go over the other 4 bajillion. Starting out with the first Scream movie, 1996. The movie was directed by Wes Craven, and it is considered to be a meta-horror film that revitalized the slasher genre. The story follows high school student Sidney Prescott, who becomes the target of a mass killer known as Ghostface, which is who we're drawing today, Mr. Ghostface. Probably one of my favorite horror movies, even though it's probably one of the stupidest ones that I've seen. But it's just, Ghostface has my heart. When it comes to scary characters, Ghostface has my heart. As the killer begins to murder Sidney's friends, Sidney and her friends must navigate the rules of horror movies to survive. So Ghostface kind of goes off of other horror Ghostface kind of goes off of other horror movies, and he calls him up and he's like, "Hey, is your fridge working? Cool, do you want to play a game? If you get any of these wrong, I'm gonna fucking kill you." In a nice way, of course. He asks about a bunch of horror movies. What's your favorite movie? Blah, blah, blah. When it comes to movie number 2, it came out in 97, and the sequel is set 2 years after the event of the first film. It follows Sidney again as she starts college, trying to move on from the trauma in her past with all the Ghostface shit, the obvious stuff. However, a new series of murder begins, mirroring the events of the original film on her college campus instead this time. Sidney, along with her friends, must once again confront the Ghostface killer, while also dealing with the media frenzy and the pressure of being a survivor from the first film. As the body count rises, not that kind of body count. I see what you thought of. Not that kind of body count. How many people he's killed, okay? That kind of body count, just so you know. As the body count rises, leading to unexpected twists and shocking revelations about the killer's identity. Woo! Now, I did find the top reviews for the Scream movies. I cannot talk today, guys. It's bad. Anytime I try to record, I cannot talk. I looked up the top 3 reviews for the Scream movies, and this mostly includes like the original ones, but it also includes like the rest of the series as well, so the other 4 bajillion movies. Number 1 is from Robert Ebert. Again, Chicago Sun-Times. Ebert praised the original Scream for its self-aware horror and clever deconstruction of slasher film tropes. He noted that the film revitalized the horror. Every time I try to speak, guys. All the time. He noted that the film revitalized the horror genre by combining suspense with a sharp, witty script. Ebert appreciated how the characters discussed horror movie cliches while still falling victim to them, making it both a tribute and a critic. Number 2 was The Guardian for the second review. And they said, "This review highlighted Scream as a groundbreaking film that breathed new life into the horror genre in the 1990s. The reviewer commended the film's meta-narrative..." Wow. Okay. The reviewer commended the film's meta-narrative, which allowed it to play with audience expectations. The performances, particularly by Neve Campbell and Drew Barrymore, were also noted as strong contributions to the film's effectiveness. Number 3, the third review, is from Variety. This review praised Scream for its innovative blend of horror and comedy, emphasizing its impact on the genre. The film's sharp dialogue with memorable characters were highlighted, along with the direction by Wes Craven, which skillfully built tension while allowing for moments of levity. The review acknowledged the franchise's ability to evolve with each installment while maintaining its core themes. Now, who is Ghostface? Right, we went over the Scream movies, we know that he calls people and he kills people with a knife and blah blah blah. But who is he? Ghostface is the iconic mass killer from Scream, obviously, what we just talked about, right? The character is characterized by a distinctive white mask with exaggerated features, including hollow eyes and a gaping mouth, which is supposed to invoke a sense of dread and anonymity. I definitely did not say that right, but I hope you guys know what I mean. Like being anonymous, I don't know how to... Anonymity? Something like that? I don't know, it's close enough. You guys know what I mean. The killer typically wears a black robe with jagged edges, adding to the menacing appearance. Ghostface is known for using a cell phone to communicate with his victims, often taunting them before launching an attack. Like what I said, like, is your refrigerator working? Do you want to play a game? What's your favorite scary movie? Blah, blah, blah. Those were his go-tos. This character embodies the essence of slasher film tropes while also subverting them, often referencing horror movies and their roles through usually the phone calls. Or he gives you an option to not die the way that a character did in a horror movie that you've already seen, and you fail, and you die. It's usually how it goes too. Throughout the franchise, multiple individuals don the Ghostface persona, each with their own motives and backstories. So there's been quite a few people playing Scream before, playing Ghostface on Scream. Ghostface's blend of horror and dark humor has solidified his status as a pop culture icon in the horror genre. In case you were wondering why I added the call me part on the photo, it's because he used to call his victims, like I said. I just thought it was funny, and it'd be a little something extra, kind of personalize it a little bit, you know, where it's not just Ghostface. Let's get ready for some Ghostface fun facts. You ready for me to be cringy? Let's go. Number 1 is mask shenanigans. I get my dog. Yeah, I can't talk today. The iconic Ghostface mask is so recognizable that it's often worn as a Halloween costume, which I've worn this mask for a band marching meet before, where I was in band throughout high school. I played percussion. So our band leader for the drums was one of my really close friends at the time, and he was like, hey, we're all gonna wear masks whenever we're doing a marching. I almost tripped on my face like 4 times, but one year it was a Ghostface mask, and I do remember that, and I hadn't watched the Scream movies yet, so I was like, what the fuck is this? I lived under a rock. I lived under a rock as a child. I swear. With the movies that I hadn't seen, the TV shows I hadn't seen, the things I didn't know about, I could have lived under a rock. Number 2 is phone calls gone wrong. Ghostface is known for making creepy phone calls, but can you imagine if he accidentally called the wrong number? Is your refrigerator running? Because if it is, you better catch it before it kills again. So funny. You can laugh at me. I know I'm cringy. It's fine. Number 3 is comedic references. The Scream series is famous for its self-aware humor, and Ghostface often resembles and references classic horror movie tropes. It's like he's a horror movie critic who decided to take matters into his own hands. Literally. Number 4 is Ghostface running skills. Despite being a killer, Ghostface is not exactly the most athletic. You can't help but laugh at some of the scenes where he trips or stumbles while chasing his victims. I thought it was funny, but I can't say much because I can't run with this shit either. I don't run. I will go to the gym and work out all day long. I will lift weights. I will walk. I will do Stairmaster. I don't care, but I will not run. And if I'm running, you better run too, because something's chasing me. And even depending on what it is, I might still not run because it's running. But, you know, if you've seen any of the Scream movies, you know what I'm talking about, where he trips and falls while he's trying to chase people or something like that, or he runs into something, or that'd be me. That'd be me as a serial killer, to put it simply. If I was playing as Ghostface, that would definitely be me, where I'd just be like running into random shit and I'd be like tripping and making a fool of myself. It's just how it would go. I could guarantee it. I'd put $10 on it. Well, y'all, our time for this episode has sadly come to an end. However, I do have more out if you guys haven't seen those, so be sure to check those out in the meantime. Anyway, that is the end of the Ghostface episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I enjoyed talking about Ghostface and Scream with you guys. Make sure to be safe with Halloween. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment your favorite horror movie down below. That way I can have some suggestions, because I am majorly out of scary movies to watch. Anyway, you guys have a good rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will see you next time, artists. Bye!